Warning. The following stream contains references to graphic violence, sexual themes, and coarse language, and is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello. I'm Drew, your humble Dungeon Daddy, with Crimson Conquest, Secrets of the Bloodright Bastion, and Dicey Encounters TTRPG. Cast, how are you doing today? You all look stunning.
Doing good. How are you doing, buddy? Because you were like, "Hi, I'm Drew." There was a little terror there. You good, man?
Yes.
Blink once if you're in danger.
Fine. I'm fine.
He immediately blinked. Did you see it?
I'm good. Cass.
Did you leave your window open?
No. Hi, it's episode 10. You may notice we don't have a Ren. They might show up later. We don't know.
Anything can happen with the magic of fun
and editing. Let's go. Yeah. So last week, let me go over the inspos. We got Caitlin with 13 inspirations.
Good
and
God.
one bless. Happy belated birthday. Happy birthday. We've got Jakey, Rin, Ian with 3. We've got Drewby and Jane with 2. Jonathan the Kobold with 2, and Loki for the drama with 1. Loki's up to 3. Better watch out. It's just gonna be a full Loki stream. He's gonna cosplay as all the characters. It's gonna be great.
Give him wings. He's perfect. Not anymore, I guess. Spoilers, I guess.
Do we have anything to shill today? Anything at all? Going, gone. Perfect. Hey, listeners, audience, amazing people. It's episode 10, and you know what that means. It's a 10 episode recap. Let's do this.
Whoa.
All right, everybody roll. Caitlin, for any parts you weren't here in the show, just tell us what you were doing.
No. No. I rolled on D&D Beyond because I was like, I'm gonna be fair so everyone can see my roll, and everyone saw me.
Okay.
Natural one.
Valid.
No.
Hold on. I will also roll in here.
Oh, not here. Not like this.
Okay, that's
So,
better than I did. I rolled a
for just
3
the
on my
die-
actual die, but
Oh my
I
gosh.
am not upset about my 4 I rolled then.
Oh.
Get a 2, Caitlin. Get a 2.
No, I got a 7.
Oh.
I had a 12.
It's a bad sign for tonight
Wow.
with all of our
I-
rolls.
I also
We
want
all
to
did
confirm.
terribly.
I just rolled right now for my portent roll, since we did long rest and I didn't do it last time. Enjoy the 20 and 8 I just rolled, so someone's gonna crit. If we do anything, someone's
Crit
gonna
happens.
Crit
I'm
happens.
sorry, Drew, that I have the portent. It hurts, but I am so ready.
It's fine. I've already killed one character. I can do another.
It's true.
Rise, take the lucky feet. Wow. Okay. Okay. So a 10 episode recap.
Now,
well,
just a very quick one. Just fly through it.
just speed run.
speed run.
All right.
Speed run.
So there I was, a little guy inside of a jar a long time ago in a place called the Bloodright Bastion. It was a stinky, bad, really bad place, but I didn't realize that because I was a big slime guy. And then I met amazing people there. There was Ryas, who's like a pixie who I thought was a bird. There's Morgrid, who's a tiefling who I thought might be part goat. And there's Maeve, who is a changeling who well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that that's all I thought they were because, you know, they're just doing their thing. And then, of course, there is Ash or Astrafel, who, well, I just knew they were horny, so that wasn't any thinking in that. Then they all got turned into vampires, and we got stronger and did things. They went to a little small town. They got a bunch of people all together. It was great. And they wrangled them up with a stolen caravan. It was kind of morbid, macabre. It was wild, dragging them all back, but we got them back. First mission, boom, success. There was like lots of antics and whimsy. You're gonna have to go back and see it because this is a speed cap recap. Then after that, we all hung out, and there was some tense things going on because the party was split, sort of, but not intentionally, because Maeve got punished for things, and the punishment did not match the crime. And then the party picked out coffins, and we were kind of talking. We inserted random books, did little things. It was magical and wonderful and whimsical. We learned about each other a little bit and grew as friends. But then Maeve came back, and we were all like, oh my gosh, Maeve, we missed you. And Maeve was like, I'm angry with you guys right now. I'm going to the field to get high off trees. And so they did. And then we all ran out, and we were following, and they were like, hey, are we leaving the bastion? Although, by the way, at that time I was disguised. We all went together. We crossed some rivers, went across some plains. It was really great and fun and wonderful. And then we found a town, a small little village that was originally, I don't remember. It was skeleton now, but now it's burned a ton. Ha! Then we met someone named Lorelei who had a bunch of fancy rocks to give us that made us so we can't be tracked by the Blood-Right Bastion, and then a whole bunch of kobolds. It was all great and fun until it wasn't, because we went to go see a magma dragon, but then as the magma dragon was there, then Jonathan the kobold saved Astrophil, and Maeve was chased away by the Night's Watch. That's what they are called. They're dicks. They suck. So they ran away, but then they attacked us in the city. We fought them. And while I was still a goop, I had the brilliant idea of biting a bomb! So instead of the whole party dying, well, just I died. But don't worry, the details of my death are greatly exaggerated. You're gonna have to go back and watch that. So then I came back as a rat thing, and we bonded. Before that we hugged and stuff. It was really cute and wholesome. There was lots of wholesome vibes coming through as opposed to just being evil, but we're still a little evil, I think. Then we were following the path to go find Maeve. Maeve was doing a whole lot of stuff. Like, I'm saying, go watch that, but, watch it with the...
Viewer's discretion is advised.
Because, holy, it was a time and a half. And then we made a little boat, and we kept following the path to where Maeve was. Anyway, we're on a boat right now. I don't know why I'm yelling about this. Good morning, Marias!
Inspiration.
Thank you!
Good. Why are you yelling?
Well, for some reason I felt called to summarize all of the things we've done thus far.
It was a very
good... I don't
good...
know how well I did.
Oh, it was great. I've listened to most of it, but I'm also... I've never been on any boats, and this is... He turns his head up, and it's like shaking like a very, very scared dog, but only his neck and above are going... Horrifying!
Well, if it makes you any more comfortable, the side floaty parts, you can close the top and hide in there, and then you don't have to watch the water. Because we added the coffins to the side.
Out of character.
Oh my gosh,
That
a
would
piece of the
be-
boat fell down! Wait, let me fix that, sorry. Just gonna repair that.
Imagine how seasick you would be laying in a coffin canoe with it closed, just feeling the back and forth rocking. Oh my god. Huh. That almost gave me secondhand seasickness. That's a song. I'm writing that one down. Oh, goodness. How far into the shores over there reached? I can't discern.
So
distances.
it's a little over a half mile, 1 kilometer, yeah, I would say at this point you're pretty close to the opposite side. As you're getting closer, the bodies that are over on the other side are becoming more visible, especially the one still kind of floating in the water. Occasionally you'll see bits and pieces of it bob under as it appears there are small maybe fish or turtles or other things that are trying to, well, eat what's there.
It keeps floating back up!
Is that a hand? Every time I look over, it looks... Oh! The hand is fine.
Hand?
I would love a hand, thank you. Takes it. I think he starts to like feel how hard it is to break a finger on this because he is so terrified to break someone's finger, and he's heard that it takes the same amount of force to break a finger as it does a baby carrot, but has never been wanting to try it, and so he does, and tries to break the finger on his hand.
Roll me a strength.
He fails to do it.
I can't wait. I can't wait. Rias canonically can't even break a baby carrot.
Now, are we going straight strength or athletics? Either of those?
Straight strength.
No, we're going this strength.
Oh, well, that's a delicious 3.
You tried to break this finger. It is not budging at all. It's not moving.
Rice, why are you playing with a hand?
People are more durable than I thought. Here, you can have this. I do not want it anymore.
Ooh, wishbone.
Throws it to both sides of the water.
Rip it in half.
Yeah. I mean, I'll even roll for it, but
I think you won't have an issue with it.
nope.
My hands are wet because I'm sweaty, and also the hand was wet. I have excuses. It's fine.
I believe you.
I want to be on the other side. We are right there. That's.
Oh yeah, no,
Hurry
I've
up
been
and-
kind of just like stopping us from saying that because the face you're making is really funny. Sorry,
And then Bit is going to then dock the boat.
So as you get to the other side of this river, you've come ashore. Astrophel has woken up. Good to go. Everything's great.
Good morning.
Don't talk to me until I've had my morning blood.
Just palm piece.
You get to the other side of this river, and for the first time, everyone except for Morgrid, who has already seen this, you have come across this scene. You've come across the dead bodies strewn about. It is grim.
Okay.
Bit does the whole like seeing just like the carnage doesn't really like seem too phased by it, but like face to the ground. And he's trying to pick up a trail. Yeah, I that's the visual bit, you know. His nose. That's a visual gag.
Take a closer look at that
Okay.
snout.
This
Yeah,
this
Morgrid's
is
nose
horrifying. That's horrifying.
Poor soul, but also, what the fuck is? And I point over at Bit.
What the dog doing?
I'm sniffing.
Morgrid, you were about to say something?
I was just saying, since I've already seen this and I don't particularly want to examine it that closely again, I'm kind of sidestepping around it and focusing more on the footprints. And I kind of point to him and say, "Look, everyone, see the footprints they're heading south."
I just remembered because Jakey forgot. Bit said he would hold Morgrid's hand, so Morgrid didn't have to look last time. So Bit is not sniffing the ground. Bit is guiding Morgrid, so Morgrid doesn't have to look. That was a player forgetting. Bit, that was like 5 minutes ago. Bit would not forget that. So Bit is holding Morgrid's hand, so Morgrid doesn't have to look.
But also, if Morgrid is going straight to footprints, you being the sniffer dog in this situation is actually a smart idea.
I might, cause Bit has a little tail, little. It's like a frilly. It's almost rat dragon like kind of thing. Kind of like wraps around Morgrid's hand, and then he's sniffing. You know, taking the dog for a walk.
Butt leash. Okay.
It's a
It's not a
good.
butt leash. It's a tail, and I hate it. It feels weird.
You'll get used to it.
Wait,
Yeah,
do you
that's
have a
a butt
tail?
leash.
No.
Then how do you know I'll get used to it?
Why would you not?
Huh?
Bit, with the help of Morgrid guiding you to the footsteps and that, I'll have you roll a survival or nature at advantage.
Okay. Okay. I'll use an inspo on that because that was not great. It's not too bad. Can we do better? Yes, we can. That is an 18, Drooby-Dooby-Doo.
With an 18, you can see drops of blood where they're rather large on one side and get tapered off towards the direction the footprints are going. However, you notice the blood that's dropping does not smell like Maeve's. You've used the sense of smell before to determine like the different smells of blood. This is very clearly blood from this scene that you've just found, but it is leading further south.
Yeah, I think Bit's gonna now like stand up, getting the kind of trail and whatnot. Take Morgan's hand, and just gonna turn to everybody.
It's this way.
Okay. Turn.
As you all begin heading south, Maeve, it is currently nighttime. The sun has passed. You had secluded yourself in a small little offset cave off in the side, and you are heading back out on the hunt, I'd assume.
Dark time is feeding time.
Maeve, as you head out and head back to the road where you know more people will be, we head back to the group as you are all continuing south. This path leads near the road, and then it diverts off into the woods. This diversion is taking you on the opposite side of the road from Vinwich to Silburn. And as it does, Bit, with that 18 you had on the survival, you start noticing broken branches, missing pieces of like leaves that have fallen off, knocked off, like bark and things like that. And you're very clearly following behind Morgred. Could you also roll me a survival at advantage?
Eight.
Okay. Bit, you're the one that is leading the group further in. You can smell where the blood has gone, and you've been tracking just these light footsteps in the mud. It appears to have rained here recently. Before, Maeve, with your passive perception, there is a group of people approaching you. One in particular is a small creature.
Do they see me? Do I know if they see me?
Are you invisible? Are you...
I am now.
I'm sorry, is she what?
Okay.
Oh.
You sense this party of people moving closer towards you. There is one small creature, I believe about maybe 3.5, 4 foot tall, sniffing around on the ground, headed your direction.
I'm gonna crawl up into a tree and then try to jump to a different tree quietly.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm gonna try and eat these people.
Yeah, roll me a stealth. It's going to be at advantage since you're invisible, and also roll in athletics or acrobatics.
Hey, Drooby-Dooby-Doo.
Mm-hmm.
How bright out is it right now?
Currently, I can
Is
actually...
it like a little dark in the forest, or is it like more...
I can give you that information on the calendar that I have created for this world. Today's date, you have 3 almost full moons.
Wow.
It is pretty bright outside.
It's pretty bright outside. Okay, perfect. Because I wanted to look at something because I was curious. This is Jakey Metaslash, but this is something new with Bit. Bit, if it's bright enough, Bit has advantage seeing through illusions, and invisibility, my friend,
Is an
is
illusion.
considered an illusion.
Mhm.
So would I be able to either roll because my passive perception then becomes a 20 if anything's invisible. Oops, I didn't mean to roll that. Intimidation is 6. Oh no.
I have news for you, Jakey. Anyone can see through invisibility.
Oh, I just got that. That took me. Wow, that was an in-character moment of what? Because they're. Wow. Anyway.
Can we take
No,
inspo away from Ian?
Yeah, no, please. I was debating on,
Yeah, actually,
not
you know
saying
what?
it.
It's so weird. I have a weird sense. There's a vampire that wants to eat Rias right now.
Hi, that's
You know,
me.
it's crazy. Instead
Put
of
an
doing
apple in his mouth.
GFYs of giving you an anti-inspiration, we'll just take them.
But yeah, would you prefer a roll, or does the passive 20 how's that doing?
Well, first, let's see, Maeve, what your stealth and your
22.
okay.
Acrobatics was a 19.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna let you. You already rolled your perception, or is that what makes your passive perception a?
My
20?
passive perception would be 20. With Bit sniffing the ground and whatnot, I don't know if you consider that actively looking around. But yeah, I will leave that up to you, a wise and benevolent DM, who's just so handsome, by the way. Just looking so good.
I appreciate that. However, you did say you were sniffing the ground and looking down. Maeve is currently up in the trees, and
Valid, fair, and
that's
reasonable.
not where you'd be looking.
Can I
Bit
argue?
did get up and he's holding Morgan's hand now. He's not sniffing the ground anymore, though. He was doing that earlier. I did say that Bit let go and is so Bit is up.
Okay.
But if
Did
I'm
you
still
not
sniffing,
switch to butt leash?
I'm holding Morgan's hand. Butt leash stopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Butt
Wow.
leash
Why
is a
we gotta say
condition
butt
that has
leash?
ended.
Yeah, but butt leash is like the prone condition, but we don't talk about it.
Oops, prone.
Oops.
Butt leash. Can I argue that
okay.
Rias would be mystically looking up into the sky?
With the 3 moons.
Also, yeah, with the 3 moons, because that's not something he actively sees a whole lot.
Oh, yeah.
Ever.
Real quick, what's the walking order of the group? Like, who's?
Oh God.
Who's?
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize. It's Dungeons and Dragons. We're getting in this. We're villains.
Some
I
more
know
than others.
I know
if
Bit
Morgard and Bit are in the front, I think me and Rias are just behind them. Like, I wouldn't leave Rias on his own.
so it's kind of like a little triangle almost.
And I will
We're goose
say,
formation.
Rias, it would make sense that your character would be looking at the moons.
Is Rias walking or flying?
Oh, that's a fun thing. You don't see wings on him.
Oh. All right. So much has happened.
It's crazy what happens in 2 episodes.
All right.
I do not perceive. It was a 15 total.
Okay.
I love that. I do not perceive.
I do
I
not
have
wish to be
moods.
perceived, and I do not perceive.
Nope. Nope.
That's
perceiving here.
the 2 genders.
Okay, so Rias is staring up at the moons. What is Astrophel doing? Just following along, or?
Astrophel is probably kind of not. He's not having a good day in terms of days, you know. It's not been a good one.
Okay.
So he's probably a little shoulder slumped, being a sad little emo boy.
Nice.
You know?
Okay. Cool. Okay. So, Maeve. She's unfortunately, she's gonna go for not Morgarid because they're up front, and I want to try and get them from the back. So I'm gonna take out, I guess, the easiest one. That's probably just not paying attention. real fast because it's just gonna be like a little snippy snap, or that's what it's gonna be aimed to be. Um,
Valid for a little
yeah,
man.
very good. So maybe it's just gonna sort of like wait for the party to be like underneath where she is, and then she's gonna drop down right behind them, and go to try and bite Rias.
Okay.
So sorry.
Oh, my bones and blood.
Gang, you hear nothing before behind Astrophel and Rias you hear something land on the ground. A twig snaps behind the two of you. Rias, as you go to turn, there's nothing there behind you.
Guess it's nothing. Turns back and
As Maeve, your the illusion of invisibility fades away. Rias, you see a large open maw going for, I would assume, the throat.
Yeah. Straight for the jugular.
Because we've all turned with the log thing. We see this bite happening.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm assuming I can't stop the first bite. But the second that first bite happens, Bit being the only person with actual blood, nicks his hand.
Okay. Maeve, rolled a hit.
Is this surprise? Is it with
I'm gonna
advantage?
tell you right now.
21.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You're gonna have to re-roll that because I'm right next to Rias, so that's a silvery barbs on you, my friend.
Oh!
Oof. Oof.
Oh shit, that worked. All right, it's a 6.
Very good. Very
you
good.
You just saved yourself from other
Wait a minute,
damage. This is great.
Can I use an inspiration to roll that again?
Yeah, I think so, right?
It'd still be a disadvantage, but yeah.
Yeah. Still at
Wait,
disadvantage.
no, okay. Question though, if am I being surprised?
Yes.
That's advantage from that, isn't that? So it would be
So it's
cancel
a
each
flat
other
roll.
out.
All right. Yeah. Flat roll. Re-roll one more time.
I want to get hit because I want to do something.
Oh, it's an 8.
Oh, in the moment, can I roll perception to see if I can see that this is Maeve?
You know what? As a reaction, go for it.
Okay, cool.
Why not?
I was rolling really kind of bad earlier, but if this is 23.
You have advantage on that if you need it.
I don't think I will.
From
I'll take
silvery
it.
barbs.
That's a 23 on perception.
Yeah, you would actively see this is Maeve going in for a bite.
I guess that was nothing. Oh shit, it's Maeve! Turns to the group and like, what?
Incredible. Maeve, you miss as Rias makes this move out of the way, holding this staff. Rias, is there anything you do with the staff as Maeve misses?
I don't think Rias believes that Maeve would immediately attack us, so I don't think he's anticipating needing to do anything with it.
Okay.
But no, he steps back. He's like, "Oh, it's Maeve," and like kind of happy to see.
All right. The rest of you see this, Maeve.
Did Bit still slice his hand?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So at that obvious, like, real blood, Maeve is gonna like her head's just gonna like snap over, like, and like just like hone in on Bit.
As you hone in, just 1 second, Maeve, can you describe what you look like right now?
Oh yeah, no.
Oh god.
So my clothes are like really just like torn to bits at this point. Just, you know, and she's drenched in blood. At this point, since she just came out, it's all kind of like she's just like coated in like the dried, flaky blood. Like her hair looks like it's red. All of her clothes look like they've been dyed. Like she's just, and she still obviously has like a very crazed look in her eyes. You know, she is not okay.
Morgred, you were about to say something.
I was going to ask, since she is like among us and is currently going for Bit, I
Mhm.
believe.
Yep.
Can I sneak attack, like unarmed strike her? So can I like do that at advantage?
Yeah, that's at advantage. She's within 5 feet of either Rias or Astrafel at this point in time.
Yeah, I want to try to clothesline her while on her way to get Bit.
All right. Yeah, roll to hit.
Okay.
It's beautiful imagery.
I love
Those ones
it.
is very good choice.
Boom.
Like, I don't want to, like, kill her. We need to detain her somehow. Restrain her.
That's
the Royal
right.
Rumble just happened. This is great.
I rolled an 18, and then +5, so that's 23.
That's gonna hit. All right. Roll that unarmed damage and the extra 2d6.
So I think it just says 3 here.
Yep. So that's gonna be
Bludgeoning.
just flat out 3,
And then plus sneak attack.
and then plus your sneak attack. So you don't have to roll
Which are
anything for the
2d6.
yeah. So you
Okay.
just roll the 2d6.
Okay.
Mhm.
Gotcha. Let's see. Oh no, I dropped one.
It's gone.
10.
All right.
So 13.
Maeve, as your head snaps towards Bit and you make your way towards Bit, there is an arm that flies out in front of you, and you receive 13 bludgeoning damage.
After being clotheslined,
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming
Oh yeah.
Bit starts to step forward. I would like to use 30 inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
As Bit advances, his hand bleeding a little bit, seeing the drenched in blood form of Maeve. There is a flash in his head that at the time was more less saturated and is more gradient bright color of the first time seeing Maeve like feed at all. Maeve like relishing in the love of the trees, and as Bit advances, this glow starts to move down his arms that was starting initially that the sort of druidic light, and Bit from their blood on the ground starts to drip, and each drop turns into a seed that as it hits the ground, the earth beneath begins to become this almost like purplish hue that extends out, and the trees nearby, the bark turns onyx black, the leaves turn burgundy red, and these massive pomegranates start growing on them as this forest begins to rapidly change and shift, and forming in their hand. Bit takes one of these pomegranates that can feed vampires, breaks it in half, and I'm assuming being clotheslined, like kind of knocked down, Bit just puts like a single pomegranate piece in Maeve's mouth, but doesn't like really, there's no caution or anything like forceful. It is just like holding something out. The air currently smells very sweet and aromatic, and as Bit is glowing these colors, the light of this druidic energy that Bit is passing on through this, Bit just softly says, I am so sorry. I failed you more than once. Please let me make it up to you. Even if it takes all the blood in my body and in this orchard. That's my action with 30 inspo.
Jakey
Do
trying
what
to
you
make
got.
me cry.
He's
Do what you got.
flying.
So does this pomegranate thing, like, does it smell like blood? Like that's
It
like
does.
that's what, like, okay.
Yep.
Well then, Maeve is like, she's like, if you're holding it like above, like, are you holding it like above my face?
Oh yeah, like Bit
like-
is doing their best to like not surround, like so that there's no way Maeve could get up or anything, but it's kind of like beside her head, so if Maeve abruptly sat up, she'd be fine to do so. But I think Bit has learned a valuable lesson about trapping people and whatnot. So yeah, it's within reach and like within like if she put her face up to bite it, she could. But
Well,
yeah, it's
that's
not.
what I was asking. So like, I think
Yes, it is.
That's what Maeve's going to just do initially. She's just like, her body's just gonna like lunge up, but she's not even gonna like use her hands until after she's already bit into it and like, you know, like take it down with her. But she's gonna like destroy that thing like pretty quickly.
Astrophel, Rias, and Morgrid, and Bit. You see your one's friend, Feral. You've seen Maeve lash out before. You've seen Maeve lose control a little bit. You're not entirely sure your friend's still in there at this point. As you watch Maeve devouring this pomegranate.
What are we going to do with her? How are we going to fix this?
I don't know how useful this would be. He takes out his Rice takes out his spell book. He starts to rummage through some of the pages in there. Passes a few different doodles, a crayon drawing from Hoster that he kept, and he gets to a page where it says it's a charm person spell. It's like I could try to give us a means to quell this situation. I don't know if it'll be actually very helpful, but I can always try. I know most creatures understand that they've been charmed after the spell has ended, but anyone with sentience, I think, would understand why in this situation this may have been done. I can't think of anything else. If anyone has any ideas.
I reach into my bag and pull out the amulet that was given to me to give to Maeve. Do I get any vibes off this amulet?
Taking a quick glance at it, it has the 3 moons of Dòchas engraved onto it. On the back of it, there is a single note that says, "Let the 3 sisters guide you." And then there's a name underneath engraved, Zoom.
So we're gonna get a video call if we use it. Sorry. Continue.
Why aren't they using Discord? That would be so much easier.
Just use Skype. Just kidding.
Don't, please don't.
Don't do it.
Ever. Never. I don't even necessarily think Astrophel is listening to Rias. Sorry, buddy. Astrophel's not. No,
Valid.
just tuned you out. I'm so sorry. Kind of like holds this in his like hands. Very gingerly approaches Maeve. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I fucked up. A lot, actually. You'll understand. when you get back, I'm hoping this lights the way. And it's just going to very carefully but quickly, because I value my fucking wrists, just kind of lasso that onto Maeve's head.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, yeah. If Maeve goes to bite Astrofel at all, like a bitch just puts their arm out and is just like, nah, bite something else, or just grabs another pomegranate because now there's just a bunch.
Well, yeah,
just
that's
keeps
what I'm
eating the
like.
pomegranate.
At this point, like, is the pomegranate gone? You know, because that's what's going to determine whether or not I try to bite what body parts come near.
It takes a minute to eat. So if individual rounds, it would take a minute to eat each pomegranate. So that's 10 rounds of combat. So I believe that's two rounds. So you would be a third into the pomegranate theoretically.
Speaking of, Maeve,
That's math, baby.
But I'm feral, so.
Nerd math.
Maeve, as you are devouring this pomegranate that was given to you, it satiates some need of this blood. As this amulet gets wrapped around your neck, you hear
Gently placed. I'm not wrapping nothing.
As you hear a voice in your head, Maeve. You have to trust them.
So I think whenever Maeve is in these feral states, it's almost just like all of like the animalistic energy, like the druidic energy that is within her is sort of like at the surface. So Maeve is still in there. She's just really deep in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I think at this point, like, Maeve recognizes like who the people are. So I think she's gonna try and make sense of what Ethan is saying to her.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom save at advantage.
Both of those were a 2, but it's still a 17.
Okay.
How's that work? Oh, those are 9s? Oh, they were 9s. Just kidding.
I was just saying,
Bad
goddamn.
Bad
I was like,
font.
2 to 17. Good
Yeah,
God.
that's what I was thinking.
Maeve's
Like,
gonna use a
that didn't
legendary
make sense.
action to kill us, I guess.
I'm like, that didn't make sense. Yeah, bad font. Sorry. 17.
With A17, the voice in your head, the amulet placed on it, and this pomegranate, you take a quick glance at this amulet. It is very familiar to you. It is something that was given to you quite a long time ago and has now been returned. You stop after you see this amulet, and you see 5 of your friends, as Jonathan is also there. Just in the background, kind of hiding.
So Maeve lost this amulet like when she got turned, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think at this point, like, yes, Maeve is happy to see my friends, but I think at this point in time, the pomegranate's just gonna like fall out of her hands, and she's gonna pick up the amulet and like lift it up and like just stare at it, and you're gonna see like she starts crying. She doesn't say anything. She's just staring at it. And she just starts, like, silently crying.
I'm gonna shuffle a little closer and sit next to Maeve. Like, very much, like, in eye line, so, like, not trying to approach from behind or anything. And just sit with you. Like, not touching you, no pressure or anything, but just sitting with you.
I think Maeve is she's gonna sit there just crying for a little bit, but at some point she's gonna turn turn her head to look at Astrofel, and it's gonna be in a much softer voice than you have ever heard Maeve have. And she's just gonna look at you with like just tears streaming down her face and say, where did you get this? I never thought I would get this back. I thought I lost it when I got turned.
They gave it to me to give. Hang on. Drew?
Mm-hmm.
When exactly did I get given this?
This was given as the rest of the party, right before pretty much you all saw Maeve coming out of the deeps. When you had come out of that storage room, Alatius had given that to you, as well as the gift for, I believe it was Rias.
The Bastion had it. And with how angry you were and everything that happened since then, the running, the attacks, the constant fucking up of everything. Didn't realize I still had it. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
So I know normally, historically, Maeve would have been very offended by that. But at this point in time, she's just gonna look at you and say, thank you for returning this. And she's gonna go back to staring at it a little bit. Like, she's gonna take it and she's just gonna hold it to her chest.
Hey, Maeve.
Yeah.
Look up.
Maeve's gonna look up.
As you do, Maeve, you see the 3 moons almost completely full. This occurrence hasn't happened in over a year.
Where Maeve has been silently crying, as she looks up, she's just gonna start sobbing.
I'm actually gonna, I need to retcon something. This is even more important. This has never happened, for about 35,000 years, I think, give or take. This is a big fucking deal.
Because there's another moon. Yeah.
There's another moon.
Yeah, as you kind of cry and let it out, I'm just gonna very gingerly reach out, start kind of like gently stroking your hair.
Maeve is just gonna lean into Astravel. Just
Yeah.
accepting the comfort.
Yeah.
You know, she's also been, watching herself do all this awfulness.
Yeah.
So
I think
it's a lot.
Yeah. And there's very much like, I am trying to offer you as much physical comfort as I can, but without physically like wrapping around you in any way, because like that's bad. We don't want you to feel trapped. That's real bad. Yeah, and then Astrafel is going to sing a song. It's something that he learned from his dad, who definitely fucking loved the moons. Because his fun little meta fact that none of y'all know yet, his dad was a druid. So it's probably learned some like very kind of like very old folk songs about, the death of one of the moons and how that's affected shit, and is like singing a song that's very hopeful for the day when maybe there will be all three in the sky again.
As this tender moment is happening, Morgred, down by your knees, you hear talking. As you glance down, there are 2 kobolds. One, Jonathan the kobold. The other is Mip. The 2 are talking to each other, saying, "How did you get out of there?" He says, "Listen, she was crazy. She was killing everybody. Everybody was dying, dead. I followed her. I did my job. I did what I was told to do." Jonathan says, "This is very, very impressive."
And what does Mip say? Sorry, I want this conversation to keep going.
Yeah, actually.
Margaret just listens, stares and listens.
Yeah, continue.
Go on.
Yeah.
I'm invested in
Popcorn.
this.
Yeah.
Don't let me interrupt.
As Jonathan the kobold says, this is very impressive. Mip says, "I know. I am pretty cool. This is great. Look at me go. I did things. I am important." Jonathan says, "Yes, you will be very important to this group." And Mip looks back at the rest of them and says, "I don't know if I want to be a part of this group." Jonathan says, "You do need to be a part of this group. Look at them. They are a team. Look, that one sings. That one cries. This one does not dance. That one sniffs. And the other one, well, I don't know what he does."
I look down at them and I say, "It's better to be with us than against us, that's for sure."
This is very true.
So, where the fuck else is he gonna go? The rest of the kobolds are dead.
Also, how are the rest
You
of the
have no
kobolds?
one.
I have bad news. The rest of the kobolds are dead. He says, "Oh, this is disappointing news. I'm gonna go think about this." And Mip kind of meanders away from the group.
Oh.
No, Bit goes and grabs him. Come on, continue. No, I'm just kidding. Bit, over the course of this, his hands are still glowing. He's using Druidcraft, and he's making little tropical white morning glories, or moonflowers. And he's making them all grow all up in the area. So there's like these little sprouting white flowers that are growing. He's just kind of walking around, just like he's doing the Totoro dance, where it's just like and he's doing that like just over and over as he's like hopping from spot to spot doing it.
So I think Maeve has sort of she's calmed down a little bit, and so she's gonna look around. She's gonna turn to Astrophone, kind of in a hushed tone at this point. Just like, "Where's Hoster?"
Oh, gods. Okay. You know how it was a no good, very bad, terrible day. Yeah, that kept going. We dealt with the Night Watch situation, because some of them stayed and kept an eye on us. And Hoster kind of exploded. And we I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I really haven't processed this yet at all. And I'm refusing to, on the grounds that I don't think I'm gonna be able to stand up when I do that. But Hoster was reborn into a new body, and that's who.
Flower!
Yeah, in the
that little,
one he's
little
pointed
thing
at,
over there.
he's got a little ducky raincoat on.
That's Hoster?
Well, so that's Hoster being reborn into someone else. That's who we got. Their name is Bit. They're not a vampire.
No. Hoster can't be dead. He can't have died. There's things that we needed to discuss. He's not dead. He's not.
Maeve. Maeve. I would not bullshit you on this.
So Kaylin is feeling like she's gonna cry.
But it's okay.
No, Maeve is gonna start crying again.
Yeah, I just keep stroking your hair, and I'm like, it's okay. Like,
And she's gonna say it like in almost like a whisper. Just looking down. She's gonna say, "But I never got to tell him that I forgive him." But it was a whisper, so.
hey, do you wanna know a little secret, Maeve? That little shit over there, that absolute fucking lunatic that Hasta was reborn into, that is now eating the flowers that he just fucking made. He remembers everything. He remembers everything from being Hasta. He remembers wanting to be forgiven. He remembers everything. So, if there is something you want to say, you can just tell that little shit. That's the really cool thing about some magic, is you get a second chance.
Maeve is just watching Bit, like, tear up the flowers that he just grew.
It's just one. He just started like, he was like, how does it taste? And then he tried to bite it. Raya's trying to stop him though. Now he's like, no, you can't stop me from biting it. And that's more so, it's not even about eating the flowers. It's more so to being told what to do. So he's just
How
like,
dare you? Do you know who I think I am?
Exactly.
Any flower you pull up and bite up, Rice just goes, Druid crafts his own new one up to replace it, like in his footsteps.
Jonathan absolutely has come over and is standing up for Bit and is also ripping up the flowers that you're putting in the ground.
Dude, it's like in the distance,
second
you see them
Jonathan
all
comes
just like,
over to do it, Bit like looks at him because there's been a rivalry with Bit, Jonathan, and then Bit makes more flowers grow besides Rias's and just gives like a
Rias turns to Bit and starts being like, just stop arguing with him. He's been a great friend. It's like everyone keeps going back and forth at each other. Just...
It's not an argument if I'm winning.
So Bit is little, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's
very little.
Yeah. Okay. So Maeve is gonna get up and she's gonna walk over to Bit and then kneel down next to him.
Hi, Maeve.
Do you really remember everything?
Everything.
Well, I didn't get to tell Hoster this, so I'll tell you. I forgive you. I know it wasn't your fault, and I know that you couldn't control yourself any more than I can when I go feral. And I know if you could have, none of that would have happened.
Bit's eyes immediately well up, and he like his arms like kind of fly up, but like there is his feet start doing like tippy taps where he just like remembers, takes like a little breath.
Can I give you a big hug?
Yes.
As Bit begins to reach to Maeve, who's kneeling, Bit, I'm gonna use one of my rages, but Bit is in control because as Bit starts to hug Maeve, Bit grows larger and larger, and almost this bear-like form starts to take this large. It still has the kind of bat snout. The ears don't really grow very much, but he is as big as Hoster was. This almost massive fur ball with huge arms, hooked teeth, and like spiral filigree. as no longer being feral, but somewhere between a druid and a barbarian. Bit is a totem barbarian of the Path of the Bear, and quite literally gives Maeve a big teddy bear hug and just holds them up.
You're making Caitlin cry again.
Well, sorry for what I'm about to say then.
Just
No,
say
you're
it.
not. Don't lie.
Me might not be Hoster anymore. But I every bit as much as he was. Thank you.
Maeve's just gonna like squeeze him harder.
Oh no, it's a druid off.
It just becomes the Arnold Schwarzenegger, like both of us flexing, like.
I love the idea of your transformation, Jakey. It reminds me of like a Feybright bugbear at this point.
Yeah, you're picking up what I'm putting down.
I sure am.
Yeah, while giving this big hug, I think Bit kind of like scoots over near the others, looks to Maeve down, who's just like kind of now like looking.
We did group hug earlier, but it wasn't technically full group hug because we are missing important part of group. Can we have a do-over?
Yes, I'm okay. That's acceptable.
Massive arms just like start pulling it. And yeah, this large ravenous creature, very like fey, ursine, mythological weird thing, just holds them all, and just like rests his head on Maeve's head.
Maeve is happy.
As Jonathan and Mip look over at the group, getting a big hug, Jonathan looks over to Mip and says, "See, don't you want to be a part of this? Look at that. They are happy."
And Mip's like, fuck no!
Mip says, "You did not see what I saw."
It's like the dog thing where he's like looking, where it's like no, and then you see the dog's face and it shows like the old like war footage. The dog just that's Mip's yeah.
I also love that none of you care that Maeve is literally covered head to toe in blood.
We'll all be there.
Yeah,
At some
it's
point.
delightful. I
Expected
don't know
to
what you're
find
talking
you no
about.
other way.
It smells great. Honestly.
Honestly, I'm impressed the
you
clothes have
vampires.
lasted as well as they have. Like,
Honestly,
Maeve's gonna look down and be like, "Me too."
it's very tasteful, incredible.
Smells nice.
Ooh. Being still like really large, because it was big enough for Oster. It's still the shift weave, so it can change from the different things. Put on a few people, but I think the one who's the most connected to animals it belongs on, as Bit takes the poncho off and places it on Maeve.
Toster's poncho?
Toster's poncho. It can change from an alligator, a bear, I believe a polar bear specifically, a duck, a goose, and I'm trying to remember the last one. But it can change animals, and each time the animal sounds are different.
Did you
the
already
goose
say?
is when you're really angry, though.
Did you already say frog?
I believe so. I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Maeve's gonna look up and like look back down at the poncho and just look back up and are you sure?
Yes. Me a
She's
fur
gonna look-
now. I'm never naked.
You are both never and always Nikki.
Yeah.
This is borderline sexual harassment right now.
Bit then lets everybody go.
Oh my god, I'm kidding.
There was seminar on this. Because I haven't attacked anybody, the rage ends. It's just like as like a little in the air and just like lands on his butt.
With this heartfelt moment, Maeve, with your high passive perception, you hear something approaching from the south.
No, please, no more. Please, no more.
Maeve's
No, we
gonna
got
look.
the Avengers Assemble music going. Somebody rolls up on us. Nah.
That's what we
Maeve's
said
gonna look
last
at
time,
Maeve
and then
she's
you
just gonna-
died.
She's gonna whisper to the group, "Something's coming," and point in that direction.
As you're pointing, there is a large thud as a body comes flying at the feet of the group. It is a night watch, beaten and bloodied. As an individual steps out in very fine white satin clothes with black emblems, this golden breastplate, a tiefling walks out, jet black skin, male with short hair that comes off, a little bit of red in the tips, and 4 horns, 2 that come out of the forehead, and then 2 that go out, all tipped with gold. He looks to the group, and then immediately looks to Morgred and says, "Why aren't you going to introduce your friends to your father?" And that is where we're going to take a break.
I was about to ask if he was single, but damn.
Daddy?
That's Bit
We
face.
got a dip in the house. Let's go.
I was gonna ask if he was single, but now I have to ask Morgan if she wants to stay.
Before we go to break, I'm going to send this picture to the group in the chat.
I'm gonna be real, Rias. It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
We are evil.
I will say the one thing you do notice about this individual, they're about 5 foot tall on the dot.
Yes, they're closer to. Yes, this is great. I don't
Let's
feel
go.
alone.
Someone's still taller than me.
Bit faints again.
And this is where we're going to take a break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, so we'll see you then. Hello, and welcome back. Loki's looking out the window. Ren's got some toast. I got spooked by a cow. You know, life is good.
I will say that toast looked divine.
If there's one thing the British know how to do, it's make toast.
It's make toast and colonize other countries.
Yeah, that's true. If you missed the first half, well, I'm sorry you missed it all, but I'll do a little recap for you. Essentially, the party got over the river and they found where all the bodies were that Maeve left them, and then they're like, "Oh, I don't want to look at this no more." They followed it. As they did, they got lured into an ambush by Maeve, who was still feral at the time, invisible, jumping around all nimbly bimbly, tree to tree, like a little cat. And Maeve jumped down, tried to eat Rice's throat, didn't work. Morgred clothesline Maeve, and then Bit used 30 inspirations, now he's all tuckered out and tired, to make a whole grove of blood pomegranates form. As Astrafel pulled out the amulet, lassoed it around Maeve. Maeve came to after hearing some words of encouragement from the little voice inside her head, and also from the actions of her friends. Maeve got real sad that she never got to apologize to Haster, and then Astrfel's like, there, little one, Haster's right there. And then Maeve ended up, the whole cast cried, but also Maeve cried and went and told Bit, I forgive you. And then Jonathan and Mip are there doing whatever, and then all of a sudden the party, they just hear a big thud on the ground as a body is thrown to their feet, and this dashing tiefling walks out and says to Morgred, "Are you gonna introduce me to your friends?" And that's where we left off. Jakey had to run, so here we are.
He's actually still running to this day.
Still running. He'll never stop until next week when he's back.
Maybe. Who knows? Maybe he won't stop.
Maybe.
He's literally running to next week. That's what he's doing right now.
Yes, this tiefling walks out. He looks at you and says, "Well, are you gonna introduce your friends to Daddy Dearest?"
I'm sorry, what? Dad?
Hey, kiddo, how you doing?
No. You can't be my dad. You can't be my dad. My dad is a formidable devil in hell. Powerful.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking, my eye line of sight is looking down because he's so short.
So far, you were right about two things. Powerful, formidable, short king status. Hey! As he looks over to Rias, and he looks back and says, "Not in hell. I am in fact here. Look at me. I am here in person. Not a devil. By the way, I prefer you to call me a fiend." Oh.
What are you doing here?
Well, I was actually coming to find you. Hold on one sec. He turns around and looks back into the bushes. Another person is approaching. He says, Sarenth. Hello. This is Sarenth. In front of you, you see a younger human female. She's got long, messy white hair and a big, like, really messy long braid. Kind of like tattered clothing, as she writes in a book. It says, "Sarenth here is writing a book about me."
What deems you book worthy?
I am very important in all sorts of places.
Except your
so
daughter's life.
To be
You're
fair,
important. You're here all of a sudden. Somebody's writing a book about you. I still don't know what you're doing here. And also, how do I know you're my dad? Ignoring the obvious that you look exactly
You can't
like.
see this? You can't see, you can't. Hey. He points over to Astrofel.
Oh no, this is out of character.
Okay.
Astro's like,
Drew
"Excuse
looks
me."
over to Ren. Hey.
Astrofel can smell bullshit from a mile off. Can I fucking, like, insight check this motherfucker?
Yeah,
To see, like, if he's actually important or whether he just thinks he's important.
for sure.
Delightful. Do I want to spend an inspo? I think I do, just to see if I get a better number. It was not worth it. That was a natural one. Let's go with the first one. So that's an 18.
With an 18, you've never heard of him, but he seems pretty self-assured that he is very important.
I've seen this type before. I'm just gonna I think the I'm assuming like the three of us are kind of like off to the side, kind of watching this happen a little bit in the sense that this is some drama, and I want to be there for my friend Margaret, but also, watching this is a lot of fun. But yeah, like at this whole I'm super important kind of attitude, I think Astrofel's gonna step a little bit closer to Margaret and just be like, "Yeah, I got my girls back on this one."
But as you were asking, and as I was saying, I am out and about looking for my child, which would be you. And I found out about you about 24 years ago. But so I've been watching from the sidelines. Life seems to be doing you pretty well. You know, the whole vampire thing, though. Didn't see that coming. But apart from that, your mom says hi. She's down in hell.
Well, no surprise there. I kind of expected that certain word would
Bitch.
end up
You
in
can say
hell.
it. It's bitch. She's a bitch. Ain't anyone who willingly gives up their child. Yeah, that's just based on what you came out looking like. Sorry, you came out looking more like me.
Margaret.
Yes.
Margaret, quick sidebar. Would you mind if I just clarified a few things with this guy?
No, go ahead. I don't even know what to say to him.
If it's all right with you, I'd like to do this sort of almost like word association question answer thing that I do with people. It just kind of loosens the conversation a little bit. I realize that you have us a little bit of a disadvantage in terms of knowledge, and I just want to, if that's all right. So
Absolutely,
first thing that pops into your
Saren,
head.
write this down. Saren
First thing that pops
just
into
kind
your
of
head,
like looks over and is just like, okay.
So yeah, like quick fire. Just again, first thing that comes into your head.
All right.
What's your name?
Raz.
That's interesting. Okay. What's your favorite color?
Red.
Red.
Or
Beautiful.
gold.
How many children do you have?
Haha. That's clever. You want the honest answer?
Yes.
I think there was about 156.
You have 156 siblings?
But you're my third stop, and so I wanted you to feel very important. I think you're great. Look at you. You've grown so tall. Uh-huh.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
You're back.
You've grown so tall. I thought Raz just got punched in the face.
Honestly, maybe. Yeah. I think at that Astropod's gonna take another step back and be like, if you need us, we are absolutely here for you, 110%. But I feel like you want to punch this guy in the face, and that's perfectly valid. You do you, boo. We got your back.
Morgreg's fists are just like clenching at her sides right now. So you have over 150 children. You're on your hunt for them right now. I'm stop number 3. You've known about me for, you said, 24 years?
Mm-hmm.
I have called on you. I have searched for you. I've hunted for you all my life to find some sort of fucking purpose. But now you choose to just randomly show up? Now that I have some sort of purpose? I was over it. I was beyond it. But here you are.
But here
So what
I
do you want
am.
from me now? What do you want from me now?
I don't want anything from you, if that's believable. I just wanted to stop by, say hey. If you need anything, I'm at your disposal.
What do you have to offer me?
I mean, don't know if you knew this, but I am the leader of the Hellfire Consorts, and we've got some pretty top dog people under our influence at the moment. And so, if you wanted to stop by I don't know, a couple kingdoms or so, you and your group could have at it.
Do any of us
Are you a
recognize?
I'm sorry, what?
You pimp. Are you just like offering us like an orgy or something with your consorts, with your group?
So listen, I may be an incubus, but I'm not into the whole incest thing. I don't. Sorry. But also not a pimp. I know that's a term here on the material plane. No, I like to view myself as like management or marketing establishment. Words. That's me.
Okay, all right. If you're good enough, you don't need marketing.
Well, it depends. I mean, when some of your clients are devil lords and demon lords, you've got to put your best foot forward and have your best succubi and incubi at the
And
ready.
if they're good enough, they don't need marketing. I'm not wrong.
Oh. As he takes a better look over at Astrofel, he says, I get it.
Yeah. I'm not subtle about it.
Listen, I'm not trying to suck any dicks here. I'm just stopping by to let you know that if you need anything, I am about and here and would love to catch up with you. I didn't know you existed. Until you
24 years ago.
until you were about 10.
I'm 34 now.
This is true. And like I said, grown so tall. Look at you go. You've got a lot of gold. Take after your dear old dad.
Maeve's gonna
Morgred
look over
takes-
at Morgred, and she's just gonna like, I'm not hungry, but I'll eat him if you want me to.
I mean, I'd eat him if you wanted me to, but that's a whole different conversation.
Hey. Glances over at both of you, just like, hey.
But also, I'm offended because, like, look, okay, this is a professional thing, and, like, look, you're very attractive, but you're clearly, I don't know, there's something about this whole thing you have going on that just doesn't sit right with me.
Slimy. You're slimy.
Yes,
Is what
yes.
he's trying to
Ouch.
tell you.
Listen, when I had sex with your mother,
Mhm.
it was completely consensual, and it was her fault she did not tell me you existed.
I think you're better off using the word coitus.
I
That's a
think
much
it's
better word.
really easy to push the blame on a deceased person who isn't present here to.
I can
Tell
bring
her
her
side of
here.
the story.
Do you want her to tell the side of the story? I can go get her.
Oh,
It is so stereotypical
no,
to blame the
I-
woman in this situation. I feel like you should be
Honestly.
better than this.
I don't know.
Honestly.
You should
Where's
talk
the
to the
ownership?
one who gave up her child because she looked demonic. Just saying. There's
What
a
about
reason
the
she's
one
down
that
and out.
waited a whole entire 24 years after discovering my existence to pop in and say, just stopping by to say, hey, let me know if you ever need anything.
I believe we did not get on the best first foot.
Yeah, no, I agree. We agree on one thing there. Yeah.
Yes. Hi. I am your father, Raz. Biological. If you have any other fathers, I'm totally cool with that. You
I
know,
don't think you get a say in that.
very
yeah,
fine.
and I was raised by wolves, thanks to how I was
Raised by wolves?
brought about. Yeah, at least for the first 4 years of my life. I couldn't even
See?
talk until I was 11.
And already they're better fathers than you've been.
Which is why I am going around to the different planes and finding my children.
What are you
Did
saying to
you
the
get
rest of them?
fucked in court? Is this a court mandated thing?
Right. There's got to be something else behind this.
This could be
You
a
didn't just
show.
wake up one morning and say, I want to be a good dad now.
This might be a
Is
prank.
that why you're writing the book?
Legally, I cannot go into this. And I have no comment.
Right down, no
Saren,
comment.
Saren looks up.
legally, are you allowed to talk about this?
Oh yeah, I'm not a part of any of this. In fact, I just
Incredible.
thought it'd be fun to write this.
Wonderful. Can you give us the lowdown on what the fuck is going on with this idiot?
He looks over and says, Saren, don't you dare! Don't you dare! And Saren looks back and says, you haven't paid me this week. He says,
How much does he pay you?
oh, close to about 10,000 gold pieces every week. Oh, he's very wealthy.
Pretty good.
Oof. But he hasn't paid you this week, so spill.
Fair enough. As Raz just kind of just sits back and is like, stupid fucking shit.
That's also Drew being really annoyed that we've got around this.
Sarenth looks over to the rest of you and says, I don't know what the entire deal is with him. Apparently he's gotten himself in trouble in the courts of hell. And, well, here he is.
But mandated.
Makes a lot more sense now.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, but I wanted to be here.
You
You
could
had
have wanted
24
to-
years to be here.
Yeah, you could have wanted that 24 years ago, or 11, or 5, or...
Listen, who am I to say, just like you said, who am I to say that you even wanted me to be there in the first place?
Nope. You don't get to force the blame onto anyone else. You fucked up.
According to your own words from 10 minutes ago, you said you found out about me You have been keeping your eye on me this entire time and watching me, and therefore you would have seen the numerous times I reached out to you, asking to meet you, asking to be given a purpose.
But what if I fucked it up?
Oh, that's not a what if. You did. You fucked it up by not doing anything. You miss all of the shots that you don't take.
I've heard that, actually. I've heard that. I've actually heard somebody quote it through a quote. Horrifying.
What can I say?
Well,
I know a lot about...
to go
I
MIA
think it's a
in the middle
crossbow
party.
thing, but it applies to everything, honestly.
That's so good.
I heard that. Someone was whining on the bed and wanted out.
Excuses.
So can I just can we be blunt and ask, why are you here? What are you trying to sell? Because it feels like you're a very bad salesman right now.
Like I said, I don't want anything from you. I don't deserve anything from you. Fair point.
Fair point. Guys, let's go.
Okay. As he just kind of stands there, looking a little bit dejected.
Well, it was lovely to meet you, Sarah. Good luck with the book.
Thanks. Check out my other books. They're in libraries.
Libraries across the globe.
I think Rice is gonna stay behind and be like, no, for real. Why are you coming here? If it's a court order, understandable, but it's remarkably cruel, and for a fiend, especially with blood ties. So you say.
To be fair, didn't know I had 156 kids. In fact, I only knew of one, which was Morgred. I didn't want to. Her mom, thought she was pretty cool. Turns out to be a raging cunt. It's okay now. She's down with Mephistopheles. Frozen! I'm going on a tangent. I fucked up. And I should have been a better father. Should have been there at least.
Are you saying you fucked up because you've come to this realization through your own personal understanding, or because it was a court order to understand and think about, or you were giving us I'm saying this as if I'm actually the person being affected, but I point over to however far they are away. I've only known Morgred for so long, and there's not a lot of emotion that comes out, and the moment you appear, the most immediate rage happens. I don't think you truly understand, no matter how long you've actually been watching. You could say you've watched, but did you actually observe anything? I don't think you have. I'm not from a place that has very good parents myself. And I say this is very, very misguided and I think scummy was a word used earlier. I would use that one too. If you have any court-mandated requirements, you know how to send letters in the mail and press releases and dockets or whatever it is that you do. Find us then or never again. Goodbye. And I go back and follow. Kind of power walks over.
I'm suddenly incredibly attracted to Rias in and out of character, because holy, what a guy. What a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
I can only stand up so tall.
Maeve's gonna whisper over to Morgred and be like, "Do you want me to like kill him, like seriously. Like, I know it might be hard for you, but like I don't care. He won't even see it coming. He won't even see it coming. And she's gonna like snap invisible real fast.
Maeve, no. As much as it would give me pleasure to see that, I don't think that that's necessary. And as everyone else is walking away, I stop and I turn and I look at my father and I cast message and I whisper into his head, "Nice try, but if you ever come around me or my friends again, I will beat your ass." And then I turn and walk away.
You get no response in the reply.
I'm gonna loop my arm through Morgart's whether she likes it or not. So he was a cunt?
Yeah, what? I don't even know what that was. I can't believe I just met my father. And that's not at all how I thought it was gonna be. I'm really disappointed right now.
Was your mom tall? Because he's not.
Must have been, yeah. I mean, I didn't know her. I just know about the rumor. Yeah.
You sure you don't want him to summon her from hell?
Morgreg stops for a moment. What good would that bring? I don't know what answers she would give me that would make me feel any better about how my life turned out, so.
If you don't think it'll bring you any closure or happiness, then let's leave it in the past.
I feel like it would just piss me off, honestly.
It was another lifetime ago, so I support whatever.
You okay, sweet pea?
No, but I'll get over it. I need to find another devil to worship now, I suppose.
Well, they do say I'm a devil in the sack.
and if you're willing to go away from the inferred side of things, I lift my hand with the golden the brand new that Maeve has not seen yet golden emblem. What exactly was it again? Was it like an actual orchid?
It's a golden orchid that's been like essentially branded onto your hand.
It kind of itches. I might be allergic to the this a little bit.
Honestly, I thought you were going to bring your arm up and start flexing, and I was here for it, and then you just started flashing your religious tattoo, and I'm like, I'm less into it.
If you want to follow the Orchid Queen
with your whole 8 strength.
Yeah, same, honestly. Incredible.
Don't feel as though you need to, though. Of course.
What was that proposal he had for, like, what was he even offering us with the whole... Was he, like, inviting us back to a castle for a big party or something? Thinking that would make me feel better? I
think he was asking for absolution for himself, rather than thinking about what you actually needed or wanted.
Yeah, you're probably right.
You know, I couldn't really stop myself from trying to ask him, you know, individual he doesn't know to individual I don't know, where he got off, and
that's a rather personal question.
I think we know where he got off.
I don't want to know.
Well, we only know one of 150 something. What happens if he shows up again? You said you're gonna beat his ass, but I mean...
If he shows up again, I will beat his ass.
then again after that?
I mean, I don't think I don't know.
Men of power are very persistent in the things that they want, and he had some sort of desire to do this, and it might have been a court order, but if...
Yeah, I don't buy any of that. I think
Yeah,
he was
same.
I think he was making everything up. I don't know why he's here. This is far too random to just. Also, how did he know where I was? Aren't we just on a road in the middle of nowhere?
If he's had the
Barely.
ability to find you wherever you are this entire time.
Maybe we
then-
should...
Is
Maybe
there
if we-
anything that you've had since you were a baby that you don't know where it came from, but you kept it? Or maybe something that you found when you were 10? That could
That's a
maybe be
great
used to
question.
track you.
I mean, I've done a lot of thieving in my life and stolen things. I can't remember when I got the cuff of discretion. I think I may have found that a long time ago. Yeah, no, I don't know.
Can you look in the cuff and see if there's any of those little, magic sigils or anything in it?
I'm looking at it, and it does have some runes and things like that on it, some X symbols. I don't know what language this is, though. I can't read it.
Would
So
you like...
Astrophel knows Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Infernal.
I know Abyssal and Undercommon.
I got on top of that Draconic, Giant, and Sylvan.
I also know Druidic and Goblin.
Rude.
But I don't think those are helpful.
Maeve. Taking a glance at it, it is in Abyssal. Rice, do you also speak Abyssal as well?
I do not.
Okay. Maeve, taking a glance at what is written in this, it's almost in it's written in Abyssal. However, the runes written in there seem to be gibberish. The actual writing doesn't make any sense.
Are there any words at all, or is there?
It doesn't appear to be words. It's just random string of letters.
If you want to kind of... I can kind of maybe work as a cipher and try to figure this out with you if you'd like. If you're saying it's just letters you're seeing?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Maybe it makes up some sort of name or a word. It's just scrambled. What's the pattern that they're in? Like, how are they?
It's like in a circular pattern, and then it also has a like arcane sigil in the center of it.
Does the symbol in the middle of it like connect to letters?
It slightly does, and in the very center of that there seems to be a symbol. Taking a better look at it, very much looks like an M that like goes up and around, and there is a wing underneath that M.
I might request we do some sort of... If this is runes, if this is runes that we're looking at here, then I mean, we could probably sort it out. Is this magical of any sort?
You mean the cuff itself?
Yes.
Or... Yes, it allows me to have extra, I think, advantage in dimly lit areas when
That's really
wearing
cool.
it, and extra stealth in dimly lit areas.
Knowing what it
Maeve's gonna grab a stick and just start. She's gonna start out with the M that's from the middle, and she's just gonna, like, I guess like starting from like the wing and just sort of like trying to go around. She's just gonna write the letters out just to see if they make, like, if I could see, like, I'm gonna translate them from Abyssal to Common so everybody can see like what the letters are to see if we can make something out of it. But continue.
And as you're doing that, could I actually roll Arcana if this is runes? Being that I've learned at least giant runes and a lot of sciences would say. No, could I roll Arcana to see if I can figure out anything with this, given the translation being written out on the ground?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, let's see if this is gonna be working. High Arcana, but this is a very strange thing. 27.
27, you do pick up on the type of arcane. It's like a mix of like illusion magic and also the closest school of magic would be illusionin. But with that being said, you might think that has more to do with what these cuffs do than the message itself.
I've got nothing new to add, unfortunately, but it would be very funny if this was truly just a dead end to a red herring that we're chasing here, but it could be something. But
Maeve, you yourself, as you piece these letters together, some of them fit a little closer together, but still in gibberish. And I have put that into Vamp Voiceless. The words I should put in quote are spelled out YTFSAE, and then RENDU, and then YM, and then NIWG.
I think it's backwards for something. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Look at that.
damn. I want to give Jane specifically an inspo. Because
Yeah.
the speed with which you got that.
I know, like, I was just piecing together the last two words whenever I was looking at the others. I'm like, wait a minute.
I just love the fact that, like, usually when you throw like a third grader puzzle at a party in D&D, it takes like a full hour to figure out, and Jane's like, haha, no.
Jane really just went full hacker mode and was just like, I know this.
I first tried to read it backwards. I was like, Gwyn, my.
That's what I did too.
Udner? What's an Udner?
Udner?
Oh my god, the cows are back.
So, Morgred, you were the one that would have figured this out to mean safety under my wing.
Safety under my wing. Under whose wing?
Are you able to recall at all where you might have picked these up?
Over 20 years ago.
Is there any specific reason that you kept this? Because I imagine over 20 years you've stolen quite a lot of things. Was there a reason you felt like you needed to keep this one?
I liked the aesthetic, and I liked that it gave me extra abilities.
Correct.
I never knew that any of these symbols meant anything significant.
The fact that it's in Abyssal specifically is strange.
I mean, knowing what it does, abyssal is normally those type of almost even deep speech in a way, but that's just another fucking way of language. But I think that makes sense if it's an abyssal, if it's helping with being in darkness in more shaded areas, more abyss-like areas, I guess. But I love magic.
Do you think it's a message from my dad?
What if it's a message from your mom?
Well, he's the one that's been tracking her.
And my mom wouldn't
24
have
years.
wings.
Does
How
he
much
have
do you know
wings?
about your mother? That are you sure about?
Only what I've heard through the rumor mill, which was she was a huge, formidable woman that nobody liked. She wasn't nice to anybody.
So I know you previously said that you don't think it would mean anything to summon her, but do you think maybe we should?
If you insist.
Wait,
At the very least, we can question him about the runes and how he's been following you.
yes.
Yeah.
But also, I think now is a really good time to test a little theory. Because I assume that we've kept walking throughout this whole time, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So he is way off at this point. How about you verbally get him to come here without us moving? Because if he really can just find you anywhere, then he can get here.
You should have maybe so you can't just call on him because obviously you know that doesn't work. But maybe if you pretend to regret walking away and start acting like just speaking of things like, oh man, maybe we should just go back and talk to him some more. And maybe that would summon him.
Or just say, oi, dickhead, get here. He knows
Maybe
where
that
he
is-
stands now. There's no point
Yeah.
in sugarcoating it.
That's true.
If he's watching me, he's Hey Dad, come back around. I won't beat your ass.
For now.
No response.
God, he's such a cunt. When it
That.
suits him, this is the thing. It's on his terms. It's never on fair
Yeah.
terms or equal terms. It's on his terms only.
What a narcissist.
Sorry, that was some real life annoyance coming through there. I do apologize. I was getting real fucking
Yeah.
heated for a second. I was like, fucking prick.
No need to
Literally
apologize.
the worst kind of people.
Yeah, thanks, Drew.
Listen, we'll
Yeah,
have
Drew,
an
I can't believe you
after.
abandoned us when we were children. God.
We will have an after show chit chat. Make sure everybody's okay.
I can't believe Drew abandoned us when we were kids and didn't call us for 24 years and then suddenly turned up and was like, hey, I need a favor. Come on this stream with me.
Actually, Morgrig chimes in. You know what, guys? I think I approached that the wrong way. Hey, Raz, come around here so that we can fight and you can prove that you're the formidable, powerful being you say you are. Let me see. Let me see how this is gonna go. Come on. She sits down, crosses her legs, and folds her arms and waits.
A few moments pass. You don't see anyone, but you hear I don't want to fight you.
Do we all hear it, or does just Morgred hear it?
All four.
Okay.
He lives for the drama, doesn't he?
I say out loud at this point, remember what I told you? Watching, but not learning. This is your daughter. You can fight her. She'll be able to handle it if you don't try to actually kill her. If you could even do that.
Yeah, you want me to believe in you? You want me to trust you? Let me try to kick your ass.
From the shadows, you see Sarenth walk out with the book, sit down on a random rock nearby, gives a little wave, looks up, says, "This should be fun." As
Mulgrid, do you want us involved? Should we, like, we're here for you, absolutely, but I don't know if you want to do this one-on-one for pride or whatever.
This is my fight.
Cool. All right, well, I go and join Saren.
Same.
out
You
from
got this, girl! You have bardic inspiration now.
out from the shadows of the nearby tree line, out walks what I have just sent over in Vamp Voiceless. You see a short 5 foot tall man, very similar looking appearance, however now has these like golden gauntlets on the arm, and long long black wings that come out, very similar still with the hair. However, you notice with the eyes, they're no longer very much like yours with that like golden iris. They're full on, like, it looks like there's flames within his eyes. And he stands in front of you without a weapon. Says,
Is he holding that apple?
no.
Are his grippers away yet?
You don't need no shoes. There's anything you've learned about my NPCs, they'll never have shoes, except for when he's in his nice clothes wearing his fucking heels.
Fair.
Healed booties.
When
It's heels or nothing, you know? That's the truth. Heels or nothing.
Heels or nothing. Went very DeSantis on his outfit earlier.
Oh my god. Oh god.
As he steps out, the wings are kind of like down. You notice the shoulders are down. Says, "I'm here."
I whip out my short bow and just
Shoot him.
yeah.
Okay, roll to hit.
Wait, no, I'm not gonna aim because that's at disadvantage, right?
No, actually, not with your blood
Oh.
tree.
Okay, I just want to shoot him in the foot.
Okay. Yeah, roll to hit.
Can I just say, absolute fucking queen move?
Before you roll, do you want to crit this roll? Because I have a 20.
Yeah.
Roll yours first just to see if you do, but we'll see.
Yeah, I would like your 20.
You can take the 20, important off the die.
Plus 8, so that would be a 28.
Okay. Yeah.
Should have put them grippers away.
You should have.
Yeah, no, you're gonna hit. Roll your damage. And then double it.
Yes, I was gonna ask. This is a 20.
All right, and it is a 6 plus 5, so that would be 11.
All right. The arrow shoots into his foot. He does not flinch. He does not move. He keeps staring almost down at the ground.
Hey, Sarenth.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you actually know about this guy?
He's in charge of a bunch of incubi and succubi. Their consorts. They try. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's still evil, but I was actually more intrigued, and we can talk about this later. About the Bloodright Bastion, and if you knew anything, being vampires and such, I'd like to write a book about that.
I'm sure that's a conversation we can definitely have later. Do you know if he knows Abyssal?
I would assume he does. Most likely knows multiple languages, being an incubus and all.
True.
Say, do you know how much HP he has?
What is that?
If you could give it a ballpark figure.
On a scale of maybe like 0 to 500-ish, maybe 700 even. How much would you say he is healthy by?
How pale is this guy?
I don't know what HP is. However, I do know he runs big circles in both the Abyss and Hell.
Do you know if he has any, I don't know, STIs, long-term illnesses, anything that might give him, you know?
I haven't gotten that acquainted with him.
I don't know, I thought if you've been traveling and maybe you've been with him to one of his regular checkups, because, you know, if you're in that kind of profession, you would take care of your health.
From
Right?
what I understand, being a fiend of yourself, diseases and things kind of like burn off.
He's so lucky.
You know, a whole infernal blood.
Bull?
Is he still just like standing there?
Yeah.
Why isn't he doing anything back?
Are you saying this out loud?
Yeah.
Said, because I told you I don't want to fight you.
Well, this isn't going to be as fun as I thought it would be. And Morgrig just walks right up to him and whines back and lands a punch just like square in his face.
Yeah. You do, obviously, like, his head gets thrown back, and he just kind of stops, and he says, take as many as you need.
Alright, well, it's not as fun as if I feel like I'm just, like, using a punching bag. But that did feel pretty good.
Hit him again.
Knee him in the balls! I think it'd be funny.
He stops
I don't know.
and looks to you, and he says, alright, I wasn't entirely honest.
No shit.
Part of the court order wasn't for you. It's for the rest of them.
Wait, what?
The rest of who?
Your siblings. Half-siblings.
Alright.
I didn't lie when I said I've made sure you've been safe, and I have been watching from the sidelines. I just don't know when is the right time? When do you... I've watched you for a long time. I don't know you. But I'd like to.
I think the right time to meet me would have been when you discovered me, when I was still a child. But I don't think I would make a great parent. I don't know if I would do any better than you.
You probably would.
So maybe we can go call this even. I got my punch in. Feel slightly better.
Can always go in for a second if you want.
Maybe later.
Shoot
I'll
his
save
other
it.
foot.
I'll save it for when I need it.
Rias in the background. Shoot his other foot. Shoot his other foot.
No, you want to save that one in the back pocket for when you really fucking piss it off.
Yeah.
True. With a special bolt.
So now that we're being honest,
Hmm.
why do you need me now? Do you intend on being a part of my life now?
I would
Or
like
do
to
you
be.
have other business to tend to?
Well, I still do need to do the court stuff for the other 155, but I would like to be a part of your life. It's not too much to ask, which I feel like it is.
I have a question. And I'm definitely about to throw a spanner into the works of this beautiful, newly fledged relationship. Why third?
Yeah.
The first two are on their way for world domination, and I, kind of had to take care of that.
Who are the first two?
Well, one was another tiefling up in the northwest of this land. As he looks around. And well, the second one... Okay, so the second one was from... As he's like trying to find the words for it, he's just like, they were from the elemental plane of water. And very proud of them. They did manage to kill some monarchs. But they've made allegiances with people that they shouldn't have. There's nothing to worry about with you, though, that you've lived your life, and I won't say it's always probably been the best for you. But then again, whose life has been great all around. I don't know. Maybe I was just trying to put it off. Maybe I didn't think I was ready until that one, as he points back to Sarenth, told me I probably should.
Do I make you proud?
Well, I mean, you're...
Just kidding, don't care.
I wish I had
That's my
thaumaturgy.
You see a big smirk show up on his face. It says, yeah. Yeah, I am. Well, I can go. I don't have to stay around.
Why is it abyssal? This is really bothering me and also me.
Why is what abyssal? As he looks back confused.
Squints. Safety under my wing?
Oh,
That wasn't you?
no, that was. Who has the do you still have him on?
I have it on, yes.
He says, may I?
I suppose. Morgred takes it and hands it to him.
Take it off. He takes the sharp end of one of his nails and scratches along the rune, and as it does, a little almost secret compartment opens, and out falls out one of his black feathers.
Well, that's how
It
he
was
did it.
you. Huh.
Secret compartment. Rye starts to write that down.
You may not
Didn't
have known
answer
it.
my question.
Why not abyssal?
You're so weird.
I'm from the Abyss. I'm from the Hells. I'm from Gehenna. I'm from all these places. Why not Abyssal? Why not Infernal? Why not Orcish?
Infernal would have made more sense to me, that's all.
I'm not directly from the Hells. I'm not a devil. I'm not a demon. Yeah. I'm not a Yugoloth. I'm none of the three. I am my own entity. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to yell. I get confused with other demons and devils, and it's annoying.
That's probably a stereotype that I guess it's not very often brought up, huh? From the Hells and not preferring Infernal.
People see the horns, people see the wings.
You call yourself a fiend, and that's very fiendish.
Yep.
Hey, your own advertising is shooting you in the foot. The other foot, obviously. Because Morgan shot you in that foot, and that was incredible.
That hurt.
Thank you.
But did I look stoic?
Hey, Margaret, do you need that bolt back?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Pull it back out of his foot.
You watch, interesting enough, it's the blood that comes out is very metallic, like yellow in color.
Gross.
Maeve's gonna like pop up like just out of nowhere next to Rias and like snatch the arrow out of his hand.
You gonna lick it?
Yeah, I'm gonna lick it like a lollipop.
It's a blood that you've never tasted before.
Carolina Reaper.
Funny enough, it does have that spice, but also in that same notion.
Mommy.
I think you mean daddy.
Oh, daddy.
I'm right here, guys. Come on.
It's very much like has that kind of like heat to it, but also in that same token, I don't know how to describe it. It's almost a little sickening to you in that it's almost has like this radiant quality to it as well.
It's like when you eat too much chili. Like, not chilies, but like chili.
I got heartburn.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just gonna see Maeve just like cleaning the rest of the arrow down like on the grass, you know, just like smearing it off, like don't recommend. And I'll hand it back to Borgrid.
Fair enough.
And then she like does like one of those weird like indigestion belches, you know.
Good push.
Is your friend eating my blood? I mean, vampire and all makes sense.
It was
it
was a funny color.
Tried. She'll eat any blood, honestly.
Cool. Yep.
If it's any consolation, if she'd actually liked it, you'd have real issues, but it looks like she didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're lucky.
I will
very lucky.
Count my blessings every day. Don't have a lot of them, but I will count them.
Well, the fact that Margaret is deigning to talk to you at all is very much a blessing, and I hope you never forget that.
I will
My
not.
dad is the type of guy who says I count my blessings every day.
My condolences.
It's pretty cringe.
I mean, to be fair, I didn't have a lot of them. I mean, when you come from Celestia and then you end up in the Hells and the Abyss, and well, fucking count your blessings.
Life really
I don't know.
is just a series of poor life choices. Hey.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Sounds like all your problems are your fault.
Just about.
You should maybe work on that.
Probably should.
Yeah.
Are you going to?
Yeah. I think I will.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I look over at Saren, just trying to observe what she's writing down.
Are you doing this stealthily or are you just glancing over?
Oh, stealthily. I want to see what she's writing.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me a stealth.
Right?
Don't forget, at advantage.
Oh, sick. Okay.
19 on insight, by the way.
Seems pretty honest.
Okay, we'll see.
Seems pretty honest.
Oh, second roll was a nat 20, so, and plus 11, so 31 stealth.
Yeah, you take a glance in there. Sarenth has written in there. It's more like scribbles on the side now, but you very clearly see was celestial ? Now isn't. Interesting. And then keeps marking down. Child number 3. Pretty cool.
Given that I'm still next to Sarenth, can I just lean over, grab the pen or the quill, and just cross out quite, and be like, very, very cool.
She glances back over you and she's like, yeah, fair enough.
Hey, guys, you said you're celestial, or at least in some form we're from. Were you previously a tiefling, or were you some sort of like Asimar or other type of celestial mortal?
No, I was a solar. As he like wipes the blood coming from his nose.
Would I know what that is? Because I don't know what that is.
All four of you could roll histories, religion.
I love rolling.
Better roll.
21.
Oh, yeah, let's give it a history. Nope.
15.
15?
I don't know. Shit.
Okay. Maeve?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking about something. What am I supposed to do?
If you want to know what a solar is, in Undunda,
History? Is that what you said?
yeah, history or religion.
Oh, 18.
18. Yeah. And what was yours, Rice?
21.
21. Yes. So the two of you, Maeve and Rice, you've heard of these before. There's the Solars are like godlike in their power. On the battlefield, they have like this really fancy sword that they carry with them, and like they're known to have these bows that can like kill in one hit kind of vibes, but they're like the top of the top when it comes to angelic beings under deities. Like they would be right under the god that they serve.
So they shit out Diva. Okay, good to know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pry, because it's probably not information that you care to give out, and I'm essentially a stranger. How do you go from a solar in that position with that power to in the abyss, into the hells? What pulled you?
I refuse to fight a fight.
Fair enough. That is actually plenty explanation, at least for how.
Did you get to choose your abyssal form? Did you choose to be an incubus?
No. But I'm glad I ended up like this instead of some of the other wretched. Could have ended up as like a little larva or some shit.
That sounds so fun.
In the first level of hell, you're a little larva, and people keep killing you, and then you keep coming back, and then they kill you again, and then you come back, and it's pretty awful.
why be a larva if why kill a larva? They're gonna grow into something powerful if you're let.
No,
able to
it's
sit?
just they find entertainment in it.
Oh, so it's just a. I was
The hills are a
anticipating.
wicked place.
Yeah, it's sounds like it. Then people say "what the hell" all the time. Sometimes plural, sometimes not. I'm not sure why, but I can only imagine.
People always ask what the hells, they never ask how the hells.
Bad is. It
They're
sounds
not
like the
great.
answer.
Yeah, they're not great. They're
How
not
the
great.
hells are you? Bad.
Bad. Very bad.
Are the hells?
Says, look, I decided not to fight in a war that was taking place with my deity, and I got punished for it. And here I am. So he kind of like waves his little arms around.
I press digitation around his arms with sparkles as he does that.
Delightful.
Fancy.
Can you bring my mother back from hell so I can slap her in the face for sleeping with you? Sorry, my intrusive thoughts are just coming out of my mouth. I can't.
I mean, if you want to,
Apologize.
I can.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's your decision.
Keep her down there.
If it'll bring you closure, yes. If not, then there's no point.
Raz, can you send her right back after you bring her up, or is she like out and about once you let her out?
Well, since she's in Stygia, it's more or less like I'll get in a lot of trouble for doing this, but I'll do it for you. But yeah, she'll go back pretty quick. Mephistopheles isn't too keen on letting his souls go.
Yeah. Let me. I just want to say hi.
Okay. Just giving you fair warning. After I do this, I'm gonna step back 30 feet. For my own safety. You lot should be fine. She's kind of mad at me. I try and visit her when I can. Haven't in a while. Okay, here we go. He rubs his hands.
Before he steps back, Maeve is just gonna do like her little changeling thing, and then like turn into the assistant real fast, and just like sit down and get like a book and like act like she like mirror her.
Okay. He rubs his hands together. He holds up his finger as it does. The small blue jet of flame emerges from it as he starts writing this sigil on the ground. Takes a while, almost a good 10 minutes for him to get the full sigil down before he kind of slowly, gingerly like steps back, then holds his palm out. As it does, this blue jet of flame into the middle. You see this large light of fire ignite. The fire itself slowly crystallizes into ice as it shatters and breaks. There in front of you, Morgrid, stands the almost 8-foot tall woman that was your mother. Very humanoid in appearance. However, her skin is cold and pale and blue, lips blue. Ice hangs from her hair, from her clothing that's been that have been torn and wind tattered. She stands and stares quizzically at what is happening.
What's your name?
She's looking around. She ignores the question as her eyes meet upon Raz's. Raz slowly holds up his hands. He's like, I was asked to do this. As she reaches back like she's reaching for something behind her that isn't there. And then brings her hand back down. She looks back over to a lot of you and then back to you, Morgrid. You were a mistake. And you, as she looks over to Raz. Raz looks back and says, hey, everything was consensual. Everything was good. I didn't even charm you. As she looks back and she's like, you send me back now. I don't want to see this. Raz looks over to you, Morgrid. He's like,
Can I just give her a little slap, slap, slap before she goes back down there?
yeah, make it quick.
Does she even feel that?
Make it quick.
I start crawling behind her back legs and I'm like, tabletop her! Tabletop her!
God.
I do not do that for context. That was a meme. That was a joke.
I mean, but if you wanted to, you've been given permission by Raz.
All right, I
You don't need permission from Raz.
I just do a little pat, pat, pat to both
you
sides
do,
of her face.
You hit both sides. It's almost like hitting rock in the face. It is very cold and bitter. In fact, after you do get the couple slaps in, you can feel this icy burn on your hands as the ice wall forms up. As it forms up, her figure fades. Two glowing eyes and a mouth emerge into the ice, directed at Raz. It says something, but no words are spoken aloud. You see the mouth move before the ice shatters and falls. Raz runs over and kicks dirt onto the sigil, trying to ruin the lines and the circles.
Did we all see that this face was talking to him without words?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So Maeve is gonna just call him like, what did he say? I need it for your book.
He glances over, seeing two of Sarenth. He shrugs and says, I'm in deep shit with one of the overlords of hell.
But like specifically for the book.
Oh. Yeah, essentially you just said I'm gonna be torn asunder and yada yada. Death over and over.
I guess he doesn't give you a free pass given that was not a good experience for that soul.
Nah.
Oh well, what a shame.
I don't really feel bad for you.
I
do appreciate you doing that for me.
You shouldn't feel bad. You know, when my
That
time
makes up
comes,
for
it's
birthday number 1.
gonna come. So
I do appreciate you doing that for me, though. That it did give me some closure. I have wanted to do that for my whole life.
she's a cunt, though, right?
In the no, we're not gonna bond over this. Stop.
Good on you for catching that.
Only another 33 presents to go.
Can you take another 150 so many bolts in the foot?
I could try.
You really shouldn't. For me, I'm not looking out.
He has enough. He has enough waiting for him down in the
many other places.
Yes.
So how many planes are you going to now? All of them?
Well, let's see. I've got to go to... Off the top of my head, Sarenth, can you bring me the book? Sarenth gets up
Maeve is also gonna get up.
and begins walking over to hand over the book.
Maeve's gonna put it on top, and it's just gonna be a big picture of a dick.
It's dick butt.
Let's see. I've got to go to Carcerai, Bitopia, Archeron. That one's not going to be fun. Astral Plane. Got to go to Hades. Pandemonium.
Baby's nuts.
Uh,
Sorry, Jakey's not here. Someone's got to.
Yeah, someone's got to. One in the ethereal plane, and then a lot in the material plane. You know, Incubus and I. I think a couple in limbo. Maybe the Beastlands.
And anyone in unlikely, but the Fae?
Oh, definitely. I'm sure I've got some in the Fae.
There's some fucking players out there. I mean, it takes one to make one, I guess.
Yeah.
So what's about the court order? What caused that? For the book.
Let's just say that I'm not on good terms with a few of the Lords of Hell. That's number 4 that I've pissed off now.
Pissed off, Elise.
He's like, yikes! Don't end up down there, because he'll know. It's big yikes, big yikes. But yes. So I don't know if you need me, or I guess want to. We can figure out a way for you to reach out easier.
You could just send me a new magical item once a week. For the rest of eternity.
I can't promise after death, but before, sure.
Okay. Okay. I accept that.
Okay.
Maeve is gonna she's gonna turn into Morgarid, and she's gonna like do one of those like cutie little stands, be like, "Thanks, Daddy."
I like your friends.
Agents of
Yeah,
chaos.
they're all right.
Agents of chaos.
I'm just gonna like over my shoulder, give Bit a little ear scratch and be like, "I'm so sorry you weren't awake to hear that, buddy. I know that really would have made your day to hear Morgarid say that we're all right. Oh, what a tragedy."
Well, I don't want to keep you. Just out of curiosity, what is it you all are doing?
Thriving, still alive. No, we're heading to the Sanguine Sanctorum.
Those dickheads?
Or
Well,
wait,
look.
what are we doing? Maeve is gonna morph back into her normal Maeve self.
Well, I know originally it was an idea of the dickheads up north, but it might be worth seeing if they have some resources we could use. They sound a little bit more chill than the Bloodright Bastion.
No, as Raz looks at you, he's like, no, they're like, they're fanatics, they're zealots.
But they hate the Bloodright Bastion.
I mean, rightfully so.
Has quick question. Sorry, I was holding a treat out for Jonathan the kobold, and then he just swatted me in the hand because I got distracted by D&D. Hang on.
Eat the Jonathan!
Sorry.
Jonathan, show some respect.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I can't stop it.
He literally, like, I was holding it in front of him, and he was like, "I don't want it from your hand." I'm like, "You have to take it from my hand." But then I moved my hand back because I leant back, and he just went, "Get back here. I want to reject you in real time."
Sorry. So sorry.
There you go, bud.
Nip wanted to steal it.
In terms of, you're reasonably powerful
A little bit.
in yourself, yes?
Hmm?
Can you This is going to sound like a really weird question, and I will provide limited context for it.
Okay.
If I had somebody's blood,
Mm-hmm.
would you be able to tell me who that person is?
I don't see why not.
I'm going to pull out my flute, which I have not cleaned, which does have blood on it that is not mine.
Mm. Yeah. Give me a second.
Classic blood scry.
Looking through and stops for a moment. He says, it'll take a few seconds. As you watch his eyes gloss over gold. I can't see where they are or exactly who they are. They have some sort of protection on.
Oh, they have one of these on then. I hold up the medallion.
But
Or something similar, I assume.
I can tell you what I hear.
What do you hear?
It sounds like wheels moving across gravel. I can hear someone trying to sell something. As he stops for a moment, he's like, I hear bottles. There's a lot of wheels.
Any words in particular?
Stops for a second and he's listening.
Do they say Thaco or something?
Yes, a woman just said that. As he's intently listening.
Do you know if that voice came from the person you're listening through, or?
I mean, I would assume so. It was close enough. It's either that or whoever they're talking to. As his eyes go back to the normal demonic looking. I don't know who it is, but they're protected under magics.
I'm gonna count this as one of Morgret's presents. One of the previous birthday presents. I mean, you still have to give Morgret a gift every week.
I don't go back on what I say. Generally, I don't make deals on paper or pen. It's in the bedroom, but, you know, I can't do that with you, so... Happy birthday!
It's an awful thing to say after what you just said.
I
way
don't know
with
what to
words
say!
Beyond.
You don't need to add happy birthday to the end of that.
You are
not
so
It's
not
necessary.
errant material. I can't even.
Sarenth is just over there like, what the fuck? I listen, I'm not good at this. Sorry. A lot better at other things.
You keep saying it like that's so innuendo filled.
Well, I mean, that too, but apparently also pissing off the powerful people.
Yeah.
I'll add you to that list.
You have been watching for 24 years, and she wasn't already on that list.
Can't even. Can't
Not
get over that.
aware.
He pulls out a small booklet. It says, I mean, she was. As he kind of holds it out, there are sketches of you, Morgred, from childhood on up that are inside this book. There are very happy moments in your life, but there's a lot more sad.
So
I don't even know
how
to
is he
feel about
holding
that.
this? How is he holding this book? Sorry.
In like a manner of speaking, very delicately.
I mean, like, in terms of, like, is he, like, holding it, or is he holding it out to show us, or, like...
He has it in one hand. It's a very small book that would fit in a pocket or so, but he's just, like, kind of holding it, like, out like this.
Okay. I'm gonna take the back of his hand and close the book. I know you think that's a really sweet gesture, but Morgred's past is hers to share with us.
That's fair.
But sincerely, thank you for that information. I'm gonna be right back, guys. There's just something I need to go and do, and I'm gonna walk a little into the trees. And then you just hear this dull thud and a very loud, very feral scream. And then there's silence. And then Astrovel comes back, just holding a very not well hand. As we've established, punching trees is bad for my health.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm done now. I'm.
I cast message to Astrofel and just say, I appreciate you.
Astrovel doesn't do that, but I do that. You see Bit on like mid sleep, just going. I feel like that's appropriate. Yes. I will, because I can, because message goes 2 ways. I will simply respond, and I you Braveheart, and I you. So, not the Sanguine Sanctorum then.
And honestly, they're taking advantage of a fallen kingdom. They're trying to rebuild it in their own image. They like self-flagellate, and they make each other feel bad about killing people. I don't know. I never saw the joy in that. If you're gonna kill someone, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep, no, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Well, validated. That was great.
Yeah, right? Like, alright.
Like, yeah, so truth.
Yeah, preach.
Is there anywhere in particular you're looking to go? I mean, I know I have a lot more gifts to bestow, but I suppose one of them I could take you to where you want to go.
Really, you can transport us anywhere?
I won't take you I won't take you to like the Abyss or Gehenna or the Nine Hells or anywhere super dangerous. I'll take you anywhere you want to go on the material plane.
How do you know where, like, does it always work? Does it always...
I mean, for me it does.
You can take all of us?
Yeah. Just open up a rift and head on through.
I mean,
Does it hurt? I'm scared.
No. I mean, it doesn't hurt me. And Sarenth, you're alright, right? Sarenth's like, yeah.
I'll take Sarenth's word on it.
Yeah, I do trust Sarenth for some reason.
Maeve is just looking at Morgred with this just like utter confusion and shock look, and and she's gonna lean in a little bit. I'm like, you're scared?
I don't trust him, and I don't trust his abilities.
That's
Quite
fair.
frankly,
Okay.
That's what scares me.
No trust, not scared. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, only one way to prove it. The trust, that is.
I mean,
Where do you guys want to go?
Yeah.
We're free. I mean, we're not serving the Bloodright Bastion anymore. We don't have to go to the Sanguine Sanctorum.
No.
Do you know who we could potentially ally against to maybe destroy the Bloodright Bastion?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are we boring you? I'm kidding.
He just, I feel like he would have yawned as this is happening. He's like, it's been a long day. I've gotten shot in the foot.
Had to meet all your kids. Yeah, I get it.
He's like, well, I know out in, I think they call it Titanfall Waste. There's the Ossa Souls out there. They're an interesting group. Reanimated people. I've heard, I don't know too much about your Bastion of Swords. I mean, I've heard of Sir Orion. I mean, obviously, who hasn't heard of that prick? The people out in the Moonforge might help you. I don't know. I wouldn't be welcome there, but you might.
Moonforge?
The Moonforge.
I think I know someone who might be welcome there.
That's good.
He doesn't know how to look at himself, so he's looks over at his staff a couple times.
The Moonforge out there. You could always go to Colche. I hear there's what's his name? Gregorius or something. He's the one that wants world domination here the most. I don't know. Just trying to think of people that want to fight the vampires that also wouldn't want to fight you.
Being vampires.
Well, I mean, we do have an inn with the Grove. Rise. If that wasn't clear. Rise is our inn.
Trying to think who else. There's some hags out in the Great Tourist Bog. The other hags
partner with vampires?
No, well, maybe
They'll partner with anybody. They're
I would have said the other hags further south from here, but I don't know. Someone just killed all three of them, so
better.
It's a real shame. I don't know.
Honestly, it feels like a targeted attack on the elderly. Awful news.
As a player, not a character. What happened with those hags? Sounds like there is camaraderie here that knows something.
We fucking murdered their asses.
Oh, cool.
That's what happened. It was great.
I mean, from what I understand, they stole wings from a fey creature, and then the rest of their group decided to go.
If you want to know the full story, it's available on YouTube and Spotify.
Nightmares of the Midnight Vale. Go watch it.
Who said that?
Only on Dicey Encounters TTRPG. Go do it.
Hey, always be shilling. Always be shilling.
Hey. But yeah, I mean, there's lots of powerful people all over your little world.
Shall we take a vote?
Part of me feels as though Moonforge is at least some sort of safe for me to approach, but I don't know about others. And I don't know much about the material plane as a whole. I've seen a map, and I feel like I've seen names, and believe it or not, the Titanfall Wastes, I was looking at the map in my mind, and I was like, that sounds like a fun place. I saw a big skeleton on the map. I don't know what that's about. And
my question
Titanfall.
with the Titanfall is there going to be anything we can eat? As much as Bit is going to be reliable with these palms of power.
Nope. I would definitely say not. They're all skeleton people. But they'd probably fight with you. And worst comes to worst, I mean, you're not that far away from, like, Bryony or Sylvan. Lots of people there. And it's pretty close to Shadows. But, I don't know. How about you give me a moment? I'm gonna go chat with Sarenth, and you lot figure out where you want to go. Deal?
I'm not gonna use the word, but
Yeah, definitely not using that word, but
Oh, I'm not a devil, and I'm not a demon. I don't do those kinds of deals.
but you are a dick, and
A great one at that. And then as he says, it was directed towards Astrofel. As
I'll be the judge of that.
Gross.
You can't just fuck my dad.
I'm right here.
But what if it was a revenge fuck? What if I revenge fucked him for you?
you can't do that for someone's child.
Oh, like you,
Watch
like
me.
you get yours, but then you stop so he doesn't get his.
Exactly.
What if-
Maeve
what if
gets
he
it.
gets a
Maeve
fast-
knows what's up.
What if he gets a fast his?
If he gets a fast his, he's fucking shit, and then I can tell everyone that he's fucking shit.
Do you think people like that are ever gonna share that if they want to get more?
Oh, he's not going to share it, but I'll know.
He was he was talking about marketing. What better marketing than proving it?
Once again,
Word of mouth.
this is my biological father we are discussing. We're supposed to be deciding where we're going.
As he slightly
Is it
turns
okay?
around.
If I do it and I don't tell you, is that alright?
You'll tell me though, right?
Oh yeah.
No.
From the distance, he looks over his shoulder as he's talking with Sarenth, looks back over towards Astrofel, and just goes, "Game if you are." As the conversation continues on over there, that's actually where we're gonna leave tonight, as I feel like we need a fifth person to actually make this decision. So, with that being said, hey, thanks for coming here and sitting with our daddy issues, and this this has been the Crimson Conquest Secrets of the Blood-Right Bastion. We'll be back next week, and I would like to throw out a shout out to Verity. Thank you, Verity, you're the best. And if you're intrigued on what happened with Nightmares of the Midnight Vale, well, check out these links right here that just got posted, definitely. Or you can come check out our Discord. I was actually wrong last week on the dates I gave for the upcoming game, so I'll let you know on Discord whenever it's happening. So check it out here. Links there. And
There definitely wasn't any panicking behind the scenes. I don't know what you're talking about.
None at all.
Not at all.
Not at all. And then last but not least, obviously, if you want to check out some of the cool maps, NPCs, and other things we've made, magic items, check out our Patreon, because it's a cool, fun place where you can listen to character backstories, you can get free magic items, and other cool stuff that you can also pay for. So yeah, check it out, and until then, we'll see you next week. Bye. Goodbye.